Good morning, Jake Livingston, Planning Operations, with today's update on the Cameron Peak incident. Just starting out with what happened yesterday. We were challenged yesterday with our third day of a really strong wind event out of the west. Up in the fire was gusting up to 40 miles an hour, in some areas greater, and we had relative humidities down into the single digits, somewhere around 9%. As far as the activity, it continued from the previous 2 days' runs. We had strong runs with extreme fire behavior heading out to the east. Our areas that we concentrated on with our personnel were along the Pingree Park Road, where the fire had hit the night before and then progressed further to the east. Fortunately, we had the Hyde Park fire scar where the head of that particular run hit. It slowed down because the vegetation was still recovering from that fire back in 2012. Also, the flank of the run the day before yesterday, it moved to the east, as well as some pretty active flanking fire to the north toward the Highway 14 corridor. And there were some areas where the Highway 14 was impacted in the vicinity of DP 375, also known as Poudre Valley Station 2, and the Arrowhead Visitor Center. As far as on the north and west side of the fire, near the Big Bend, the fire did run to the north and east, past Boston Peak, and it started to make a run up toward the Division Foxtrot and Lima areas. We had that Kilpecker line that they were putting in, and personnel had to pull off of there due to the extreme fire behavior they were witnessing. And then down into the south end, down into the park, Peterson Lake area, there was some activity down there, but a lot of the stuff that went into the park was moving up toward the rocky ridge lines at Tree Line. And again, I want to mention that up on the north end, this active portion of the fire, this is being managed by the Rocky Mountain Team Black. And then on the south end of the fire, you have Southwest Area Team 3. And just of note, they did a video this morning discussing what they're doing with the fire in the Rocky Mountain National Park and exactly what that fire's doing. And then above both of those incident management teams, we have the NEMO team, the National Incident Management Organization, and they're overseeing both of the Type 2 incident management teams. And what we have today going on with all of our divisions out there and with help from the Sheriff's Department, we're assessing what damages the fire may have done. We're looking at where the fire is. It moved out of the high country in some areas, out of the beetle kill, and then into areas where the terrain was less harsh and there was less beetle kill. So we're assessing all that today. We're regrouping. Right now they're receiving snow up on the fire, and in some areas they already have a couple inches of snow. And today we're expecting more snow throughout the day, and then into the night we can expect temperatures today into the low to mid 20s. Humidity, well, 70 to 100%, because we do have moisture falling in the form of snow up there. Even down low here at ICP in Loveland, we're starting to see some snow. We got winds up there still 25 to 35 with gusts of 35 out of the west. And northwest and north. So some switching winds up there, and it's cold, so we've got some really low wind chill values. In some places we're getting wind chill values down into the single digits. What we're doing, again, is just assessing what the fire did yesterday, where it moved to, with help from the Sheriff's Department, assessing what damage it did do, and we're making sure that the personnel out on the fire line are not snowed in up there. We want to make sure they can get to a safe spot with opportunities where we may be able to go direct, since the fire moved out here to the east. As I mentioned, the Hyde Park fire, so that area, it burnt several years back, but there's a lot of grasses and smaller fuel types there that are more receptive to humidities and rain and snow. So we're hoping that'll help us out a lot with halting that part of the fire. However, up in the Beetle Kill area, up in the high country, we expect that area, even with the predicted 8 to 16 inches of snow, we do expect there to be heat still sheltered up there underneath the heavier fuel-loaded areas, such as a bunch of fallen over beetle kill, that sort of thing, or underneath the canopy of subalpine fir in the needle cast. So discussing the heat that's still hiding out under the sheltered trees and the heavy beetle kill fuel accumulations, that'll be hard to pick up over the next 5 to 7 days, depending on how much snow we get. But we do expect the snow to melt off and that heat to become visible in the form of areas smoking, and then as it continues to dry, those areas may become active up in the high elevation wilderness areas. And that concludes the update for September 8th. Thank you.